Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Technifiber, the official racket, string, bag, and accessory of the ATP World Tour. Well, it's official. Rafa Nadal will become the ATP's new world #1 when the new rankings come out on Monday, August 21st, marking the first time that Rafa is going to hold the top spot since July of 2014. So Nadal has won the battle, but the war rages on. That's because Roger Federer is going to have a really good chance to pick up some points at this year's U.S. Open, provided that he can be fit in time for the year's final slam. Federer would have to overtake Nadal at Cincinnati this week, but he was forced out due to a back injury. The battle for the ATP's top spot between Roger and Rafa is going to be one of the key storylines as the tour heads into the final quarter of the 2017 tennis season. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. Let's go back to December of 2016. The season had just ended. Rafa and Roger weren't even in the running. Federer finished last season at number 16 in the world. Hadn't played since Wimbledon. Nadal finished at number 9. He ended the season early because of a nagging wrist injury. Most believed that 2017 was going to be dominated by Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray. Well, lo and behold, 8 months and 3 Grand Slams later, we are once again living in a world where Nadal and Federer reign supreme. Nadal's going to begin next week as the #1 player in the world, but the two megastars could end up flip-flopping on short notice. Novak Djokovic is out for the season. Andy Murray's future is in doubt because of a hip injury, so opportunities are going to be there for Federer and Nadal, provided they stay healthy and keep playing through the fall. Now, it doesn't come as a huge surprise that Federer elected to pull out of Cincinnati. After he fell in the Montreal final to Alexander Zverev, he hinted that something was off, and he says he'd rather get to the U.S. Open healthy no matter what the rankings. The writing was pretty much on the wall with regard to Cincinnati on Sunday, it seems. Take a listen to what Roger had to say about that in Montreal.
I'll travel to Cincinnati tonight and then, take a decision in the next couple of days and see how I feel, after 5 days of playing, if I'm ready to play in Cincy next week or not. Felt all right all week, had bit of muscle pain and aches and pains here and there just because, it's back in the match courts, on the hard courts. After vacation and practice, it's always a bit of a shock for the body, but we'll have to wait and see now how I feel in the next couple of days.
Meanwhile, Nadal took his loss to 18-year-old Denis Shapovalov in Montreal pretty hard. The Spaniard was 2 wins from claiming the #1 ranking at the Rogers Cup before being stunned by the young Canadian in the round of 16, and he seemed pretty eager to get back to the drawing board in Cincinnati. Here's Nadal on that subject.
Yeah, obviously it's a tough lose for me. It's a bad lose, probably one of the, probably it's the worst lose of the year without a doubt for me. But that's like this, no? He played well, I played really bad, and when this kind of thing happens, so the only thing that you can do is congratulate the opponent and wish him the best, all the best.
Knowing Nadal, he's probably disappointed that Federer won't be showing up in Cincinnati. The competitor that he is, he'd rather get to the #1 spot with a big victory, maybe even in a final against Federer. But no matter how he got there, it's a big occasion for Nadal. He struggled mightily with his wrist in the second half of 2016, and his ability to come back in 2017, win Roland Garros, and get back to #1 is a testament to his talent and his will to compete. Nadal will enter his 142nd week at #1. That's 7th most weeks all time. And last was at the top of the rankings on July 6, 2014. He's 3 times finished year-end #1, most recently 2013. Will he do it again this year? Federer, meanwhile, has spent a record 302 weeks at #1 and last held the top spot on November 4th, 2012. The Swiss was last year-end #1 back in 2009. Can he get back there this season? Or is it just too much to ask, even in a dream season like Roger's having now? So is Nadal going to hang on to the top spot for a while, or will Roger make a run in New York? Sound off in the comment section below and let us know who you think will be the ATP's year-end #1. Thanks for watching Tennis Now. Stay tuned to this channel for more coverage of the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati, and we'll see you next time.